Good morning to Kevin, Denise, and Michelle. Good morning to Kevin, Denise, and Michelle.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Traci, I get to hear you 3 times.
Yeah.
Because
with
I have
Facebook and everything.
Yeah, with Facebook and then YouTube being pulled up behind us. Okay. All right, you guys. I shared it out.
Woo-hoo. It's a beautiful day. Oh, good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sonia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Me and Traci got our Jesus shirts on. It's Team Monday, Jesus and coffee. We do. I got my Louise cup. That's the side with the Bible verse. I don't know if it can't be read. Grace.
Yep.
Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. 2 Peter 1:2. You guys, I don't know what in the world happened to me. I got up and hey, Myra and Joel is on Facebook.
Good morning to Myra and Joel too. Good morning to Myra and Joel too.
Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Myra, how many days have you got before you when's Lent over?
Lent's over on Easter Sunday.
When's Easter Sunday?
Not till April. Hang on. April 12th.
Oh, Myra.
6 weeks of Lent.
Myra, Traci said she'd probably be doing like you, going through Facebook too.
Oh. It's kind of, I have Brantley here today because schools are closed for 3 weeks, and the governor said last night that depending on the situation 3 weeks from now, they will reconsider whether they need to close for longer, which that's going to put some parents in this state in a hardship. But they did set up some grab and go lunch spots so that people that their kids depend on school for breakfast and lunch, they can at least get a grab and go lunch.
Okay, Myra says she has 2 more days. Wait, April 10th, and then she said, I have 2 more days. Or is it 10 more?
Oh boy. Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Well,
Sonia made the decision to pull the kids out of school.
Well, I said I wasn't, Friday was kind of somber, I think. We've been a lot of joking and everything, but Friday was very somber. I think the more serious, the more people's jobs started being affected, it really, people grew less worried about toilet paper than they did jobs.
Right.
I didn't even think about jobs. So we're going to pray for the people that have been laid off. Not so much really fired, but laid off because, and oh my goodness, what basketball was, they had to not play basketball. So sports.
They didn't have the races this weekend. NASCAR didn't race, and hockey and basketball, all those things have been put on hold. Plus, in our state, another thing that they started when the governor talked last night was that all the places that are open, some of the restaurants and stuff have closed, but the places that are open are only allowed to have 50% capacity. They cannot have a full place. So all the schools in Pennsylvania are closed for 2 weeks starting today. They're closed for 3 weeks in Michigan, Chris. Oh, good morning, Vanessa. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning to you.
Oh, I got it, Myra. Myra says she thought it was the 10th, but you said the 12th, so she's got 2 extra days.
Yep. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you.
My dog's named Dwayne.
Yeah.
So
let's pray for the people, though, that are directly affected financially because of this.
Yeah. I didn't even think about if they don't have a game, all the concession workers, all of the people that do that.
People that work the parking lots at these big arenas. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that you don't think about off the top.
No, I didn't. And, Kroger sent out an email to everybody letting them know that the steps they're taking to protect their employees and the steps they're taking to protect people that come in, like they're going to have people wiping down the buggies, So, and what do I do? Me and Casey, where did we go in? We went in Dollar General to see if they had milk and creamer, so I wouldn't have to go in a regular store. Oh, there's Leticia.
Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Leticia. Good morning. So I brought out a bag of M&Ms, and we get in the car. Yes, you guys, I got my M&Ms. But when we went through McDonald's, I did not get a mocha. I got an unsweet tea. So one canceled out the other.
There you go.
But we're sitting, and I opened the M&Ms. I put some in my hand. I popped them in my mouth, and Casey's just looking at me. And he said, Mom, he said, you just put those in your hand, and you ate those. You did not wash your hands. I said, do you have hand sanitizer in here? So I just ate them, and I'm like.
Brantley wants me to show you his football.
Oh, that
is. The Michigan State Spartan on it.
Oh, that is so cool, Brantley. That's what your hat looks like.
Yep. And of course, his dad roots for their rivals in University of Michigan, so Brantley has to be state guy.
Denise said, Alvin said, good morning, ladies.
Good morning to Alvin. Good morning to you. Good morning to Alvin. Good morning to you.
With Sonia.
I'm feeling it too, Sonia.
Here, I sent Traci a message to try to make you feel better, Traci, and darn if I didn't have an anxiety attack. But Casey prayed for both of us. He prayed for everybody that has anxiety and is worried, and so, and he knew, you guys.
It kind of hits me in waves. I think I'm all right, and then I get panicked about. So I hear something and I get panicked.
Yeah, and I was worried about, if how it's going to hit Dwayne. Yes, Dwayne, you were on my mind, you and your family. And then I was thinking of you, Traci, and then I was thinking of other things, and I guess it all just I was swirling around worrying about everything, and it caused me to have a panic attack, and I know better. I know to pray, you guys, but I think sometimes we do need somebody to pray over us when we take on and we're thinking of everybody. But it's a beautiful day, you guys. I have on sleeves this morning. Our air went out, so we've got fresh air coming in the house. We've all got our windows open.
Good morning, Siosa. Good morning to you. Good morning, Siosa. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
Good morning, ladies.
We're going to hear echo every now and then from the peanut gallery.
I'm not a peanut gallery.
Oh no. Am I echoing on your end, Tracy?
No.
Vanessa said she hadn't shared it, but she said she had it 2 months ago.
Wow.
Oh, Vanessa. So, okay. So did you get like a vaccinated or did it run its course? I mean, I don't know. Do they have a vaccine out there, Vanessa?
No, there is no vaccine that I know of.
Well, Vanessa, then that gives us hope. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, okay. Gotcha. But, I'm not going to just say, oh, it was just bronchitis, because I've had pneumonia, strep. I've had a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But bronchitis made me feel like I was dying. I mean, I got bronchitis one time and I was so sick. Well, good, Vanessa. I'm glad to hear that good news.
Good morning, Danielle. Good morning to you. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, Leticia, I'm glad you're going to be listening and working. So that's good. I'm trying to find my scripture that says, fear not, because, we're not supposed to, but it's nature, and we're going to have fear.
Freedwood, Dwayne said to you, so let me get this right. You thought of me and had a panic attack? Good thing I don't have an ego. LOL.
No, I mean, of your kids.
She was thinking about your kids and their jobs and how much this is affecting different people financially. Danielle said they're on lockdown where she lives. No school till September. Oh my goodness, Danielle, where do you live?
And Yvonne Ivy joined on Facebook.
Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Yvonne. That is a lifelong friend of MawMaw's.
Aw.
Yes, they have known each other forever. Oh, I didn't think about me and you both. I didn't think about graduation. Yeah.
Danielle lives in Canada, New Brunswick. Alberta is doing the same thing. Wow. The thing that I'm hearing the most about is that it needs to be taken seriously and we need to be cautious. We don't need to buy every roll of toilet paper in the store, but we need to be cautious and we need to be aware and we need to try to stop the spread by keeping ourselves more contained and clean and wash our hands.
Yeah, while I was looking for a Bible verse, Myra said, where's our Bible verse? So yes, I was I was looking for the one about fear not, but I kind of like this one.
Go.
Because if he is with us, we should not be shaken. We should, be calm. Oh, I didn't think about garbage bags.
Anna,
We didn't even think to buy those.
where is all the paper? Because I'm gonna draw some.
But we have plenty of Kroger.
In the tote in there, yep. Good morning, Mom is a bomb. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mom is a bomb. Good morning to you.
Oh, sing that one more time now, because I like the way you said that one.
Good morning, Mom is a bomb. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mom is a bomb. Good morning to you.
Oh, that one, I like that one. Well, at least our Kroger is limiting people. We were in a little store. It's a family-run store that's been around for as long as I can remember. And you guys, they had plenty of bleach. They had plenty of. They just had plenty. I'm like, okay, now we know where to go. We won't tell anybody. You welcome, Myra. You welcome. I was thinking of the verse, fear not, for I am with thee, but I don't know. He stands by us, so that's a good one.
Good morning to Christy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Christy. Good morning to you.
Christy, I just got to say, I always check to make sure somebody that I'm still friends with, people. I'm still subscribed. Yeah. And your thing is cookies and cream ice cream. I'm through with you. Not really. But yeah, cookies and cream ice cream. I
know, I saw that because I do the same thing. I check to make sure that I'm still friends.
Okay, you guys, I do have to say, they had them on sale. There was a big buy one, buy two, you get $1 off. And it was down 3 aisles that we had to pass by, even back in the back where you got toilet paper and all that kind of stuff. On the end aisle, Pop-Tarts. I walked by the cereal aisle. Nope, don't need nothing down that cereal aisle. I got this. We passed down another aisle. Do we need this, Casey? Nope, kept going. How are you going to put Pop-Tarts way back there where the milk and the potato chips, they got me. Yes. And I only like strawberry.
Good morning, Grayscale Painting. Good morning to you. Good morning, Grayscale Painting. Good morning to you. You didn't get the pretzel ones again, though, right?
Heck no, and I didn't take them back to swap them out either. I should. Grayscale Painting, I've got to get something together. Tomorrow, you guys, going to be Art Therapy Tuesday. First one in a long time. So, Traci. Oh, Ciosa, did you try it? I tried to tell everybody. Yes, Dwayne, marketing scheme. Yes.
Good morning to Amber. Good morning to you. Good morning to Amber. Good morning to you. Yeah, it did work. Oop, Darlene B. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
Oh, I got to meet Darlene B's husband. She called me, FaceTimed, and Yay. I got to wave at her husband, and he wanted to call me something else because there was Darlene, his wife's Darlene B. I'm Darlene C. And then he said, do I have a middle name? Finally, he said, he just called me Norgus.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it would have been Darlene A or Darlene B or Darlene C.
Yeah.
Hi, Norgus. And she showed me. He said, wait, we have a red hen named Norgus. So she got to show me Norgus running around.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to see her, and she's just like me. She's done gained weight. And you guys don't eat her if it comes down to it. Casey told me. Casey told me, he said, Mom. He come in though so serious, darling. He said, Mom, I am just mad at Darlene B. I'm thinking, oh my God. I said, what happened, Casey? She's got all those goats. So if something happens, she's got food. I said, get out of here. I said, I don't even think she eats the goats. Get out of here. So, yeah, I told him, get out of here, Darlene. He had me so thinking so serious, something. Vanessa, I watched this or read it. My sister put this thing on there about the influenza breakout in 1919 or something. And what they found out, those that were taken outside and at certain times of the day healed quicker and got over it than those that were staying inside with damp or dank air, breathing that same sick air. So they found out keeping the windows open and all that kind of stuff helped back then.
Good morning to Will and Craig too. Good morning to Will and Craig too.
Jennifer Watkins. Jennifer's on Facebook.
Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
So yeah, Jennifer read that too, she said. So yeah, tomorrow, Jennifer, is going to be Art Therapy Tuesday. Are you off from work or do they have you working? Inquiring minds want to know. Want to know.
Darlene B said she thinks her neighbors are thinking the same thing because all of a sudden they like them.
I know. What they like, yeah. Them big dogs better be watching. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I'm going to tell Casey about that, Darlene. For those on Facebook. Okay.
Aw, thank you, Will. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Good morning to Judy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Judy. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Now, Jennifer is off work until further notice. Is that Lee County? Is that Troup County schools? Is that Troup County? You guys, I've been having weird dreams too. And everybody on Facebook that doesn't know, my friend Darlene B, she raises goats. So she has a lot of them. Troup, okay. Yeah, okay. So that affects my grandson too. I haven't talked to him in a long time, Jennifer. Jennifer, we got to FaceTime. We don't need to meet up because I'm afraid to meet up with anybody right now.
Will, I bet you guys are having crazy strict regulations for everything.
I didn't think about that, Will, because you're going into all these different houses. And you guys, I've got to make a doctor's appointment for my medications. So I've just got to go ahead and call them today. Oh, Will, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh boy, yeah.
Because
I wouldn't either. Better to be safe than sorry, for sure.
I have allergy problems and we've got so much stuff blooming now. And so the Benadryl did help my throat dry up, my sinuses and everything. But I got a little cough from allergies, and I told Case, I said, oh boy, people's going to run. He said, it might be a good thing because then we can load up on what we need.
Dwayne, make sure you wash your hands all the time.
Oh,
Wash your hands.
But Dwayne, all right, that's starting tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to write you on the prayer list. Yes, I do pray for you, Dwayne. You are my little brother. And I didn't put Duane's, like Dwayne Dance. I'm glad I know what I'm writing.
Yep.
And you guys, I will say this. I did yesterday write down a name. I did put Pitbull. Anybody that's been on my channel for a long time, they remember Pitbull that was on here. So you guys, I seen because I was on Joy's channel, Be the Difference last night. Oh, you guys, I had on a tank top. These arms do not look good in a tank top, but I went on there. Oh, Jennifer said the bus drivers will deliver them to several bus stops. The schools will be delivering sack lunches all over the county starting today for pre-K through college age. That's great. That is great. And they'll be dropping them off at the bus stops. That is wonderful. That's what they're doing where Traci lives as well, Jennifer.
That was the thing. I was really near tears when I thought about the children that counted on school for food. You know what? Good morning.
Say Frozen.
What?
Frozen.
Good morning, Frozen Fury. Good morning to you. Good morning, Frozen Fury. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. So, about Pitbull. So he had asked for prayer about moving, which he was trying to move before, but he's in church. He had just come in from church last night, so that's good. And that was somebody that I just couldn't help. I wish I could have, but I couldn't help. I try to help everybody. Rhonda, my Aunt Rhonda is on Facebook.
Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning to you. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rhonda. We'll probably have quite a few on Facebook. A lot of people don't do YouTube, but I'm glad the way they have it now.
Will said restaurants, bars, schools, and stores are closing early. We had our schools are all closed. Oh, thanks, Vanessa.
We love you, Vanessa.
And the restaurants and bars and stuff can't have more than 50% capacity right now. But they also, what happened over the weekend was Walmart, the 24-hour Walmarts in our area are only going to be open during like 8 to 10 p.m. or something like that. 8 in the morning till 10 p.m. or something like that. They're closing overnights now. I don't know what.
When it first started, we all kind of just, I don't know. I think sometimes we either get so scared we can't function or we get silly. And I think the beginning of last week we were all silly, but by Friday we were somber.
Right.
And
it was feeling a little more serious.
And then I felt bad, and I did not touch base with Destiny, and I should have, because she asked how much longer I was going to be on, and boom, I had to get off. My back was hurting so bad, you guys, because I was on a long time the day before, a long time before that, but I forgot to take my medicine that morning, Traci. So my lower
that might
back
be Siosa what ours are.
My lower back was hurting so bad Friday, you guys. And you guys know I don't do a lot of times a quick cut off or that early, but I couldn't figure it out. I had to go lay down until it was time to take my nighttime medicines. I'm like, oh, okay. John's on Facebook. He wants you to sing twice.
Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you.
Okay. I was reading Frozen Fury.
Yeah, I was reading that too. Ours are closing overnight. I couldn't I guess they want to be able to restock and clean and stuff in between, but
Yeah, I didn't think about that. And Sonia, if kids feed off of our anxieties, and I don't mean just like
yes, they
babies.
do.
We know babies, we know infants do, but even like me and Casey, we tend to bounce off each other. If he's stressed and I am, and it's just a big mess sometimes because we're so much alike. So they kids or people in the house pick up that we kind of all get that way. All right. Well, Jennifer, which is practically just 10-15 minutes from me, she said yes, Walmart is closing early and closing their dining room and bathrooms. Just drive through. Oh, and
Nice.
Chick-fil-A.
You miss her already?
Yeah.
All right, and Chick-fil-A has closed their dining room and bathrooms, just drive-throughs only.
I heard that some of the places were going to that.
And Jennifer said the children don't understand what's going on. Yeah, so so to say that's one reason I was upset. I'm glad you fed her corned beef cabbage, but she was laid off.
That does sound like the bomb. Corned beef and cabbage.
And that's why I was thinking of you, Dwayne, and just that you had mentioned that your kids were worried about their jobs, and then so that's why I was worried. Yeah, Will, we are living the history.
Right. I think that it's going to be, there will be, just like the flu pandemic from 1918, it'll be the corona pandemic from 2020.
Yeah. And yes.
Exactly. That is exactly it. I have to be careful because I do have one right here close by.
And like John said, adults don't understand what's going on. So if we don't understand and we can't find a way to explain it to the kids.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Rhonda said, what about the income that is lost by closing? How are these people going to make ends meet? Also, additional money for daycare for family with small kids. Yes. See, that's another thing. These people have to work, but they also need somebody to watch their children. And I'm sure daycare, if it's daycare facilities, are probably closing, as well as in-home daycares. Okay, I'll think of your corned beef instead of worrying about you.
It's still it's I'm glad that your kids are going to be okay, Dwayne, but it's affecting a lot of people the same way. And some of them may not be okay. Good morning to Deborah. Good morning to you. Good morning to Deborah. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. But so they're taking employees' temperatures.
I know at Wright's work, they haven't gone to that yet, but they have to sanitize their stations before they leave for the day so that it's all sanitized for second shift. Good morning, Kevin.
Can you hear?
Good morning, Traci.
He didn't get his song.
Oh, good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. That's the thing, Sonia, that
Yeah.
this
Denise
panic
said, "Hey,
buying is
Kevin,
just
you
getting out of
handsome
control. They have in Michigan,
My grandma.
they are making a big point about the Attorney General is going to be cracking down on price gouging because there was a place in Ann Arbor on the other side of the state from me that was charging like $40 for a bottle of hand sanitizer. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can only like charge 10 or
Oh, no.
$11 for
No.
yeah.
Well, I told MawMaw we just need to wash our hands a lot. And I
Yep.
guess I don't need to be eating, after I come out of a public store, I don't need to be eating, I don't need to be eating M&Ms out of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
I mean,
the big thing. We just need to be more careful and be
well,
more
think about it.
aware.
If you go through McDonald's, they've touched your cup, somebody's touched your wrapper,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people don't, they just get that hamburger out and eat it. They don't
Mm-hmm.
keep it in the wrapper. So we've been used to just not thinking about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sonia. I made me some coffee.
Oh, too funny.
Oh, goodness, you guys. I did not get anything on my art table done yesterday. Well, this weekend. It was not a...
Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you.
Okay, those of you on Facebook, he done got sung to. I knew he was going to come on YouTube.
Yep, every drink refill requires a new cup. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
we
think
just
about
have
that.
to be smart.
I didn't think about that, John.
We need to teach our kids to wash their hands well enough, and that a squirt of soap and a quick rinse under the water isn't what they mean by washing your hands.
I think kids have that more understandable than adults. I really do. I think it's going to be harder for adults to remember that than children. And Jennifer said she seen people in the restaurants using more gloves. Yeah, I have seen the checkout, like the McDonald's employees, you pull up, yeah, they have gloves on. So that's good.
There's just a lot of different ways that the biggest thing is each individual person has to do everything that they can possibly do to keep the infection curve down, because that's what is going to help in the long run. Because from what I saw on a video this weekend on YouTube from a emergency room physician whom I've been watching for a long time, who I trust, his opinion said that this is not going to be like the flu that is here for the winter and gone, that this will be around for a little bit, and it's going to come in waves, and we're going to have waves of infection, and then it'll settle down, and then people will get lax, and then they'll have another wave of infection. So just need to be aware and stay aware.
Yeah, because a lot of people just squirt a little hand sanitizer and go. When I worked. Oh, okay, Deborah. Deborah says if they don't want to wear gloves, she sends them home. Well, there you go.
That's a good idea, Deborah. Good idea.
But and Jennifer's going to know this because we used to talk about this. You'd be in the bathroom and somebody would use the bathroom, come out, walk right by you and go out the door. And it would be somebody you know. And
I know that freaks me out.
I would be washing my hands and I'd get this look like, and I'd be like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Good morning to Pamela. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pamela. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Pamela. Good morning. And it's like, then you touch their keyboards. And then you'd be like,
I didn't see them using washing their hands. And then you think, oh.
It would, hey, when something would go around, it would go around crazy where we worked. Because people would be coughing and hacking, and I'd think, oh my gosh. Oh, gotcha. Sonia said they'll handle the money with the same gloves they touch the food with.
Yeah, they have to change every time. People don't always think that way.
Well, except McDonald's. You have one window that takes the money, and then you got
the other one that does the food.
So, I used to think about this stuff 15 years ago when I first started working around a bunch of grown women. And I'm like, are you serious? And then I felt better when we had our own computer when we had our own station, because you could clean off your area, wipe it down. And then it got where the company was too cheap for tissues. So we had to start bringing toilet paper rolls from the bathroom whenever there'd be pieces of them. We'd bring them, So that was our hey, we had our shortages at work years ago. But it was them cutting back. And I was like, really? You guys can't afford, and hand sanitizer. They stopped.
Be careful.
They stopped providing hand sanitizer out on the workplace and stations. So I bet they got them now. I bet they got hand sanitizer everywhere now.
Exactly.
But I bet with it being a conference center, I bet it's blowing up because people they're going to go to more conferencing than people flying in for meetings. They're going to have to do that more.
For sure.
So I was thinking about that too. I was thinking now if we were still working, they would be saying who has hardwired computer, who has phone lines, who will be able to work from their computers from home. In the event they have to kind of quarantine or shut down. So they used to do that. And then I'm thinking of all these companies that don't want to get together or fly somebody. So I think of that. We really don't, because of being in our homes and not working, we don't think of places like where I work, daycare and conferencing centers and stuff like that. Anything like this used to blow up the phone lines because you had all these banks having conferences. You had, heck, the CDC, if they had conferences, you guys, they would have hundreds or thousands call in for something.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness, Sonia. Oh my goodness. They misspoke about it. Well, I know it's COVID or something like that, but who come up with Corona? Now I'm seeing more Corona beer commercials. I'm like, really? Really? You're really taking advantage of the virus by buy bucketfuls of Corona.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I know who won't. People, I mean, if my dad was alive, I wouldn't be worried about him if he still was doing the moonshine thing. Because I guarantee if he was still doing his moonshine, he wouldn't catch nothing. Because I wouldn't even know what pure grain alcohol, moonshine, that would clean him from the inside. Just
Right.
because Darlene B said Friday, you know, people don't think if you can't find alcohol, you can go to the liquor store. And, you know, as long as it's like pure grain. So at that little store we bought some meat and supplies from, at the end of the aisle, they had like little Smirnoff bottles and I'm sitting there looking at those, and I showed Casey, I said, do we need some hand sanitizer?
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, Mom, they don't sell liquor here, do they? I said, well, undoubtedly they do. Crown in Spanish.
Good morning to Chat Stash. Good morning to you. Good morning to Chat Stash. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Chad. Good morning.
Where you have that has the ABCs.
Thank you, Ciosa. Now that makes sense why they called it that.
Or the one that like has the people that you have to find. I don't know where the books are.
They should be in that bucket in the playroom.
I looked in there and
check the toy box in case somebody put it in the toy box on accident.
But did you see Ciosa said because the virus has little points.
Oh.
That's why they called it coronavirus. No. See? Ciosa?
Oh. That is, I understand that makes sense, Sonia. The handle of the sanitizer squishy thing. There's just so much that. Good morning, Eli family, 1983. Good morning, Eli family, 1983. So much that we have taken for granted for so long that probably we need to be reminded of with the sanitary procedures and hand washing and things that we have taken for granted that people are going to be washing their hands and stuff, and obviously they don't always. That we have to be more aware. And I mean, in today's society, I wouldn't be right now with the way things are this very moment. I would not be embarrassed to say to somebody that in a restroom, hey, you need to wash your hands. Because, you know, before, like you were saying, you would just be like, why aren't you washing your hands, you know, in your head. But now with the way things are, I would feel okay to flat up say, hey, you need to wash your hands.
Will said he is packing his lunch every day because he has already felt like that. And it's sort of like, you know, Casey don't like his space being disrupted.
Love you, Deborah. Thanks for stepping in.
Yes, Deborah, love you much. Well, you know, even now sometimes I'll take the paper towel and open the door.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that at work because I'd be like, oh, no, hold the door open. And sometimes I would keep that paper towel in my hand all the way to where I sat. You know, if it was a lot going around and people being sick and then coming behind somebody that hadn't washed their hands. And Yeah. eBay. I heard somebody one time in the stall eating. They came out with their drink open and their crackers open, even if they weren't on break yet. I would have just opened my crackers in the break room or opened them in the bathroom maybe, but not in the toilet stall. So that really...
Aw, absolutely, Chris. We absolutely support you.
Yes, and I understand that. So yeah, the day I heard somebody doing that, I just was like, oh my gosh. And somebody said, well, maybe they won't let them take a break or, go to the break room. But I still think I would have ate something, just stood in there and ate it instead of going into the stall. I just could not have went in the stall. And ate
All right,
anything.
you guys, I gotta go help find something a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, you see a lot of things when you work around grown folks day in and day out. And, I would catch everything because of my immune system. And some of the keyboards, you weren't supposed to have your camera out, and you weren't supposed to, sure enough, you weren't supposed to take pictures, but yet every time we had silly days or whatever at work, they'd be taking pictures. So anyway, I took a picture of one of the keyboards, and then zoomed in when I got home and everything. And it was, I never wanted to have to sit at that keyboard again. It was that bad. So if that's going, with this virus, I would just hate to think I had to touch. Sonia, I know. All right. Construction workers. Oh no, Ciosa. I'm not even gonna make you sick. I'm not even gonna tell you how bad it was. I'm just gonna ain't even gonna say it because it'll make you sick. But yes, construction workers, you guys, they may have hand sanitizer, they may not. But they're out there having, good and well, if they eat, they might not be able to always, can't wash their hands all the time if they're out on the job. My husband drove a dump truck. So I know good and well if he ate, he didn't have time or a place to wash his hands to eat. So I don't know. Maybe they get things built up in their immune system. Maybe they have a better immune system. Kids used to eat dirt. It used to eat mud pies and dirt.
Yes, they did. All right,
eBay,
the crisis is solved. Both of the mystery missing books are found.
yeah. Mud pies and dirt. Got to get worms. Yep. Oh gosh, going fishing. There wouldn't be nowhere to wash my hands. And my favorite thing was, and don't say, I know everybody's going to be gross to say it's gross, but potted meat and crackers. I mean, that's the only time I liked potted meat. If we were fishing and I got hungry, and eat potted meat and crackers.
What is that?
Potted meat? You ain't never seen it. It's in little cans. I'm not going to tell you the kids say. But it's just, I don't know, and I don't want to think about it. So, just like Spam. Just like hot dogs. Byproducts. But Now, see, Casey don't like wipes. And Vienna sausages. Yes, Darlene B. Yes. And
I've heard of them.
my granddaughter lived off Vienna sausages. That child loved them. She'd eat them breakfast. She'd eat them lunch. It didn't matter when my daughter gave them to her. She loved them.
They used to have those back, like when my oldest was a baby, they had those little meat sticks in the baby food jars. They called them meat sticks, but they looked like that Vienna sausages.
Then it's probably the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, potted meat. Nope. But so, Will, you understand how, now we're talking about like being spam. They had no, yes, yes, Dwayne, yes. That's what my kids say, so we ain't even gonna go there. Can't.
You're funny.
Dwayne done got me sidetracked.
Will said they're handing out more gloves and sanitizer.
Good.
I am glad.
So, Will, if you worked at a call center, did you ever get anxieties just thinking about going into work? You guys, on Fridays. Oh no, Pamela. Pamela's sick, so she's not. She says she's not. No, you're in here,
Pamela. I put you on my prayer list.
Yes. But even driving by the place, it's sort of like would still give us anxieties to think about it. Pamela, I'm putting you on the list too. So you Will, you understand too about construction work, and my husband drove a dump truck for years, and as far as when he drove a truck, now he kept sanitizer and he kept wipes and he kept all that in his when he drove his own truck, not when he had an 18-wheeler. So he would be able to go in and eat at places. Yeah, our vegetables grow in dirt. Uh-oh. You okay?
That was it. My husband he gets so concerned for me that I'm going to be worried if he doesn't call at his normal time. So he has to call and let me know that he has to go to a meeting at 10:50 today because they split up their weekly meeting into several smaller meetings. So he has to go to a meeting at a certain time. So his lunch isn't going to be right on time. So, Okay. He knows I'm a worrier, and he's right. I would worry.
So Will said he wasn't bothered back then. It's just that, Will, it's just that they said one of the things we had learned was their mission statement. And I'm bad at memorizing anything, but I did get it memorized. But one of the things was embrace speed and change.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you would get whiplash with their change.
Yeah.
They would change one procedure on how you're supposed to do it, and we'd have to take a little online thing and say, yeah, we understand. And then you would ask the manager, now they'd say, why are you doing it that way? That's the way they told us to do it. Oh, I didn't know that. So yes, it was, So I could not go back to that. I could not. Mm-hmm. And one of the worst things was that one day I forgot how to count to 10. I was sitting there and I was supposed to do a countdown because it was a the person setting it up need to check all the mics in the room, make sure everything was working correctly. And I'd have to do countdowns. They'd count down. I'd say good. Then they'd want me to count down. I was like, by the time I got to 6, my mind, I just could not remember. And they said, good, that's good. Okay, I hear you, good. And I'm sitting there, you guys. And have you guys ever panicked? Good morning, Francis. Francis Marlowe is on YouTube, Facebook.
Good morning to Francis. Good morning to you. Good morning to Francis. Good morning to you.
Have you guys ever all of a sudden got scared, like not know something, and you get pins and needles that just feel like going down your body? And when I left that day, I went straight to the doctor and I told him, I said, I forgot how to count to 10 today. I forgot the person, I said, I forgot half of my day. The person sitting beside me, I spoke to her later in the day, and she said she'd been at work all day. She sat beside me. She spoke to me. We had conversations, and I had forgotten.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so I came home and cried. I did. I came home and cried. It really worried me. But I was on a medicine one time that caused things to move weird. So I'm sitting at work, and I'm seeing, it looks like the wires being moved behind the computer. My cup I had, one like this, but it was clear. The ice was falling, and then I'd look at it, and it would look like it was moving, and I'd touch it to make sure it stopped. So, you guys, I was having some they changed my medicine. Oh, so you did it that way. Sewing long distance. That was a long time ago, Will.
Isn't that funny?
But
I mean, remember when you used to wait till a certain time to call people if it was long distance because it was cheaper?
Yep, you had to wait after 7 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. But so when I started seeing things, they changed one of my medications out. But yeah, all kind of things were going on when I was still working, and you know, that's why I thought one time, when the judge thought, you know, like I was lazy, I was thinking, okay, if I can sit with elderly, would you want me sitting with your mom knowing the medications I'm taking? Would you want me, you know, if you had an elderly parent, would you want me sitting there? At least now it's like, I make a joke about it, but at least now if I forget a word or I forget something, either Traci finishes it or one of you guys finishes it. Or if I forget a name, like Lizz's name or Sandy's name or Traci's name, we laugh about it. We joke about it. But, you know, it is a real thing. And at work, I got to where I just call her my girlfriend or, hey, lady, hey, girlfriend. And I even do that now. And thank goodness they changed something on StreamYard. So the names show up. But you just have to laugh at things. You just...
Good morning to Wanda. Good morning to you. Good morning to Wanda. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you.
Good morning, you guys. I got to see Wanda last night on Joy's channel, Traci.
Yay.
She saw me because she was in the chat, and I told him, Wanda, I just jumped on in there. I did. That's my weekend look. And who else was in there? Wanda, help me out. He's in here a lot. And oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. See, I'm terrible with names. See, I
believe in miracles. And by the way, just so you don't feel bad, Darlene, I was in my jammies all day yesterday and wore them again last night. Didn't take them off till this morning when I jumped in the shower, because I figured if I'm going to go to church sitting on my bed watching Facebook, then I guess I can do it in my jammies.
Wanda, he always types in caps. He'll jump in when he gets a break at work and he jumps out real quick. No, it wasn't Adam, because I think Adam was gone when I jumped in. I didn't see Adam. But I think it was, I don't know, because he'll probably jump in today. But yeah, I just kind of felt naked because I had on a tank top, like a wife beater black tank top. And
Denise, share your great news. We want to hear.
Yeah.
We could use some great news today.
All right. Inquiring minds. We waiting, Denise.
Mm-hmm.
She said, 1 second. But yeah, Wanda, that's why I tell people, you might see me in any kind of physical look, but it don't matter because I'm the same no matter how you see me. And that's, you're not going to see me in one person's live and me cussing up a storm and, being real vulgar. And then you see me on here Monday through Friday another way.
Right.
It might be different glasses. It might. Yay! Yay, Denise. I get to put that on my praise part.
Mm-hmm. That is some awesome news.
Yes, it is. And just like your name say, anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm the only one that sees my scribbling in my prayer book. I got you down as anything is pos. But that is wonderful news. Oh,
that's not good though. That the doctor said he doesn't know why she's always in pain. That's not a good thing. But
girl, that's the same with me. No back surgery, but you got this, but we don't know why it's bothering you so bad.
Good morning to Teddy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Teddy. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Teddy. Yeah, poor
Aww.
Teddy. Teddy had to hear me sing.
Thank you, Teddy.
She didn't get your song. She had to hear me sing Friday. But Denise, it does not mean that the pain's not there. It doesn't mean that they don't believe you. Sometimes you might be like me.
Don't know what's causing it.
Yeah, you might be like me. I have 3 different kinds of arthritis, and I'm only 55. Oh, she says she's smiling like a clown, Traci. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Denise.
Too sweet. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you.
But sometimes, Denise, there could, like they told me, they can't tell what is rheumatoid, osteo, fibro. Sometimes they don't know which is causing the pain. My right hand's not swelled as bad, but yesterday, my right hand that has the trigger finger, and I'm not talking about for a gun, but it's got trigger finger. My hand felt like a glove. It was swelled, and it hurt to open and close my hand. And my middle finger.
Wanted to show my shirt.
Oh, Taddy. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Will, that's a good question. Will said random. Look, my mind is random. What is the point of pretzels with no salt?
I can see 0 point of pretzels with no salt. What would be the point of that? I mean, that's half the.
And also the best thing, Will, after you finish the bag of pretzels,
Is the salt in the bottom?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, girl, we are sisters.
Oh, look what Denise said.
Aw, thank you.
Thank
you.
Yeah, it's like, you know how you used to get the Kool-Aid with the dipping stick
Mm-hmm.
in it? Well, I do the bottom of the pretzel bag that way.
And your finger is the dipping stick.
Yes, you lick it and you eat all that salt, and then you're like, ugh, I don't feel so good. But yes, I would do that. I love pretzels. I could, but let me clear that up. I love pretzels. However, I don't want pretzels on my Pop-Tart. If it's, the back of the Pop-Tart is soft, the front of it is not crunchy.
Aww.
Oh, John, that's only Friday.
That's on Friday. And I probably next Friday, when I'm freaking out because I can't find my army hat, it's where my jacket is, because apparently I wore it all the way into where we hang up our coats, into the office room where we hang up our coats to go outside and smoke. So I took it off in there, and I said to myself then, you should put that back where you get it for Friday morning, but I didn't yet, and I'll be panicking because I won't find it.
Well, you've always got your Blandine hat.
I have I do have a couple other ones.
Yeah, I have many sitting around me, behind me. But yeah, I got to clean off this table for tomorrow. And you guys know Porch Church today. Say prayers for Casey. He's just having a what Traci, like you said, I just can't human. So sometimes he just can't human, and he will stay in his room. So yep, that's what kind of day we have. And
just let him know that I love him and I'm gonna pray for him.
Yeah, you guys keep him in your prayers. Oh, Denise, what time? What time do you usually go live? Because I'd come on your channel. And I got to also get with Eli to see. Thank you, guys. Thank you for saying prayers for him. Because the thing is, if he just got on and read some scripture and that would be it, but it's not. It's it has to come from his heart when he reads the Bible and he does what he does. Because like I said, I could sit and read the Bible, but if my heart's not in it, then I'm just reading the Bible.
Right.
But when you're called to do it, when God calls you to do it, sometimes you get inward struggles, even with what we do here. It's not just us sitting here and not to me sitting here and talking. When I write down the prayer list, that's our prayers. And all right, Wanda, I'm on.
We have days when we are both having a rough morning, and sometimes we recover and come on and we're good.
Yeah, but I think Friday or Thursday, it was one day last week. We both of us, we just couldn't get started.
Yeah,
It might have been Friday.
might have been.
Wanda, I am writing your name down.
I'm writing you down too, Wanda. Me too, Denise. I could listen to Casey's voice. And that's the problem sometimes, is when I'm really exhausted and I put on Porch Church and I get comfy and I'm listening, and I will wake up after Porch Church is done with my Bible open on my lap. Be like, what happened?
Yeah, it's a comforting. It's comforting to hear him read, but in like Friday when Saturday when I had anxiety attack, him just coming in there, and
He has a very soothing voice.
Yeah, and him just easily getting my hand to pray over me. It helped, and he prayed over you, Traci, and he prayed for everybody that he knows that I had spoke of, that I have been worried about.
Aww.
But you're with us, Denise. I like that you come on before we go live for a little bit.
Oh my goodness. I just got an instant message from my sister-in-law that my brother that I talk to every Friday morning on the phone, they're sending them all home from work, that they will be working from home till further notice.
What do they do?
He does like tech support type, and he can, when they're really busy, it's difficult to work from home because you have to have a designated space where you're not going to get interrupted, because they get busy and they're busy,
Yeah.
But he'll be fine because it's just him and his wife.
Girl, we have had all right, so Wanda said they're out of school until April 20th. Oh my goodness. Well, Denise, we like having you in on our morning girl talk. This morning,
Absolutely.
you guys, this morning, I don't know where my mind went, but I just was late getting stuff set up, and I was sitting there, started doing my makeup, and I looked at the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to hurry. But Sonia, they used to make fun of Sandy falling asleep. But I can remember one time that Derek fell asleep on one of our lives. He was just
Yes, I do remember that.
He was just laid out on the couch like he'd do, and he just fell asleep. And people were saying, "Is he asleep?" And I said, "I guess so."
Last Friday, that's why I popped off like I did, because exactly that. All of a sudden, I realized I was starting to do the whole head nod thing.
And that's why I told Traci, you need to go, because it really looked like you was asleep.
I was dozing at times. I was starting to doze off. So,
see, I told Casey that too. You home for the day?
Yeah.
Sonia, definitely writing you down.
Yeah. And Kevin's home for the day. We'll have to pray for him, you guys. Remember Kevin, my husband.
Yep.
Sonia, have you heard more about your pets? Your outdoor pets?
Yeah, have you gotten the answer on that yet?
But yeah, yesterday when we went for milk, I told Sonia, I told Casey that they didn't consider that a right now surgery for you, which I know you feel like it's a right now surgery because you're the one hurting in your shoulder.
Right.
You don't have no intention.
You don't what?
I'm on purpose.
You eating all of Papa's M&Ms?
Mhm.
Nana doesn't have any because Nana already ate all hers, so he's eating Papa's.
Well, I didn't get the M&Ms with peanuts. I just
We
grabbed
have the peanut butter ones that have the peanut butter in the middle. Oh, I just love those.
So is it like the other, like powdered sugar and peanut butter, or is it like peanut butter?
It's like in the Reese's peanut butter cup type peanut butter.
Oh, well, all right. So it's not like the Reese's Pieces.
Right.
See, that Reese's Pieces are a little bit different. Oh, I guess so. Good. Well, it's not a good thing, Sonia, that's why they haven't gone through that. I'm waiting for it to pop up. All right, there we go.
Yeah, at least then maybe that it'd be nice if they gave you an answer, but
we love you too, Siosa.
Take care and be safe.
Yep. Much love, Siosa. So, I have to, like I said, I have to call the doctor's office today. And I hate having to go into a doctor's office, you guys. I just... So you guys remember Sonia, because I know your shoulder's about to kill you.
Right. Darlene and I have both been in that kind of a situation. We've both had surgery on our shoulder, and that pain that you're in right before they do surgery is not by any means anything to scoff at. It's real pain.
Nope, because it goes from, you think it's from your headaches, but no, it goes from your shoulder all the way up and all the way back. Like I asked when I had to go for rehabilitation after my surgery, I said, but why does it hurt back there? Like in the back of the shoulder. And they explain all the connections, the muscles that go from the back and then goes up your neck. And so, yeah.
Oh, Denise. That's a bummer.
So, yeah, see, Denise has to wait too.
Yeah, everything that's not considered high priority or emergent. Oy. Yeah, I didn't think about that. My brother actually does support for like jukeboxes and video gaming machines that are in bars and restaurants and stuff. And that's what my sister-in-law said. I said that at least he wouldn't get exposed and bring it home to her because she's got a lot of health conditions. And she said, yeah, but what do you suppose will happen with this job when the bars close?
Yeah.
Didn't think about that. Boy, it's just, like I said, the reach is just so much wider than you think at first.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that, AJC Magic. He said, I sure didn't think about that in a workplace. About the microwaves. Could you imagine?
Oh.
I don't know, but wouldn't the microwave kill off any germs? It seems like it would. But you're handling the opening and shutting it and all that kind of stuff. I sure did. I used to go to my car sometimes or I would read.
Ryan goes out to the car to have his lunch. He calls me. We talk about 2 minutes. We don't even really talk that long. He just lets me know how his morning has gone and stuff like that. And then he sits out there and eats his lunch because he's a department lead, and he gets people asking him questions and bringing stuff to him all day long. And so it's a time when he can shut himself off from everybody else from work.
Well, they got so at work that they had people eat at their positions, or they would bring lunch in and you had to try to eat it. I couldn't do that with my lap band. I couldn't be chewing my food and then a speaker pop in and me have to swallow it down real quick and answer,
Right.
to answer the phone and to talk to them. There was no way I could have done that. So I had an excuse from the doctor that I got my full 50-minute lunch every day, and I got to step away from the floor, so that helped me. Yes, Sonia, that caused me to have headaches. The headaches that
Definitely.
would come from the back of your head, almost like migraines, but it would come from the back of your head and go over the top. That's
Definitely.
that's what my shoulder was causing me to have. So, yep. So if they gave you muscle relaxers, take the muscle relaxers. Good morning. What? Go ahead.
Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Destiny, I'm going to be on here longer today than I was Friday.
Hop on in, girlfriend.
So come on in.
Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Raven. Yes, Pamela. That's good. Please take needed precautions to protect your loved ones and yourselves, and above all, trust in the Lord. Yes. Oh, okay. I see that. I could see that, Sonia.
That's my sister-in-law was saying that to trust. She's trying to trust in God, but it's getting harder by the minute with all the different things that are happening. And she's a worrier, like I'm a worrier, and like Darlene's a worrier, and we have to, all of us, remind ourselves regularly to trust in God and not worry ourselves sick.
And that's
It is
why
difficult at times.
Yeah, that's why Friday I entitled it warriors.
I have to get some more milk.
Okay,
Be right back.
and not worriers. And then I was grabbing all my warrior gear off because I got so hot this crazy weather, but I done had to take my hat off. I was sweating under it. Then I took off the breastplate of righteousness, but God is good because our air unit has messed up. Really? And if you ask what's that got to do with God being good, because we've got our windows up and we've got some cool air coming in. So that's why God is good, because
You know what? When Mom gets home from work today, you need to tell Mom that you need to call Grandma.
Want to sit in here with me?
Talk to her. That'll make you feel a little bit better.
Let me see. Okay, if you have to come through, babe, can't nobody see you. All right, you guys, my husband's sick today. So,
is he really sick or is he still crystal sick, do you think?
Well, I don't know.
I'm
trying
sure
to figure out if you're sick from crystals, Kevin. He said he thinks it's food poisoning from
oh my goodness,
from what he ate last night. So
oh my goodness.
So yeah, you guys pray for my husband.
Absolutely.
Did you get sent home or did you come home on your own?
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, they sent him home. So, that's the thing right now. If if you have any kind of symptoms or anything, you know, they're going to send you home. He has time, but there's people that might be one day away from losing their job, you
Right.
know. So
They are trying to put into place protections for people like that because of having to stay home to care for their kids if they don't have daycare, or they're sick themselves, or their kids are sick, or on and on. But still, that stuff is going to still affect them down the road. You know what I'm saying? If they call in now.
yeah. All right, because everybody can't get a doctor's note because they don't want you going. If you think that. All right, who said that the schools? Okay, in Ohio, there's talk about not reopening the schools for the rest of the year. So then,
Oh my
what do they
goodness.
do? What do they do then? Are the kids going to have to go through the summer? What about kids that want to graduate?
Right. Well, what about like the end of the grade that they're in right now? And when are they gonna? How are they gonna make that up?
Yeah. So if they send you
Well, that's
home,
what they're doing at my husband's work. Is if anybody shows any signs or symptoms of any kind of sickness, they're just sending them home.
aw, Sonia, we talk about that every morning. We'll tell each other how we missed each other, you know, over the weekends because we're so. And I think that's what happened with me Saturday when I had the anxiety attack, because we are able to get on here and kind of talk the stresses out, if that makes sense. We're able to come on here and kind
Right.
of.
Talk with all of you in the chat and each other, and just
And you know, usually I'm wide open and I'm silly and everything, but you know, it's good that we have an outlet to just be talking of maybe our fears or what's going on in our state.
exactly. It's kind of nice for me that I'll tell you that honestly, it helps me to hear that in other states and even other countries, they're taking same or similar precautions as they are here. And I know that our state's not just going crazy, or, you know.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear that tromping through the house back and forth?
yeah. I wished I had tromping like that,
Okay.
Traci.
If it starts to
No,
annoy
it's
you,
not
let me know.
bothering me. No, it's not bothering me.
You know, I live in a trailer and it's 80 foot long, and he's doing all 80 feet right now at a time. 80 feet one way, 80 feet the other.
Well, I just have the cat and dog sometime knocking things over, but I'm sure she's in there on her daddy today.
Yeah, taking care of him.
But no, I would happily have my granddaughter running and chasing Bailey and screeching in the background. Okay, so Darlene said her son has to get his lessons online and do the work online.
They're like all of the universities, they're doing they switched the in-person classes to online classes, and I think some of like the high schools and stuff are definitely getting the kids to do some of their stuff, but like this age, second graders, are you second grade or first grade? First graders, you know, what are they going to have them do at home? You wore out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna go put Kevin some Gatorades in the refrigerator. Not
All right.
Gatorade, some ginger ales, because that's something I bought just in case.
Yeah.
So I'll be right back.
Right, Sonia. I think that in a lot of ways that they're looking to do that, because you're right, most people do have the internet or access to the internet. The only thing I would worry about with some of these younger kids that maybe parents don't have the the have a computer that the kids can use that they have, but a lot of them have little tablets and stuff though, and maybe they could do it on there. It's hard to say, but there's definitely whoa stingray. Definitely things that they need to be doing, because they start to lose some of that knowledge that they've gained. They start to backslide. I mean, the teachers talk about that around here. People that I know that are teachers or have been teachers, that they talk about how much the kids lose over summer vacation. And I would think that, you know, a 3-week or 4-week break, they're going to notice some difference, because in reality, summer vacation's only about 8 weeks. So it's kind of, then what? I mean, it does seem to go so fast, but oh, thanks, Sonia. Because I was concerned that you guys are hearing him just tromp, 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 tromp. He was literally running from one end of my house to the other and back and forth, which I get. He's got to blow off a little energy when they're home. They don't have the same outlet for energy as they do when they're at school and have outdoor recess and stuff. What'd you find, bud? Oh, good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Traci.
Good morning, Fran. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I haven't been able to even listen ahead of time this morning because, well, it sounds like Traci's got the same situation. Grandkids are not in school this week. They extended spring break a whole week.
Where's our address?
And anyhow, so on top of that, they weren't going to be going to school today anyway because Sally turned up sick over the weekend.
Oh boy.
And basically, hang on a second. I'm trying to balance my phone here. Anyway, she has some upper respiratory issues, but it looks like it's probably just a cold. But they're going to the doctor this morning to make sure, and they were going to be doing that. Well, Landon was going to stay home from school too because he's been exposed, not knowing for sure what she's got.
Right.
So, yeah. So overnight he ended up with stomach ache, or that yesterday afternoon or evening rather, excuse me, he ended up with a stomach ache and a headache, which is what Rebecca had a week or so ago. And he's not running fever, but he's going to see the doctor as well, just to clarify things while they're there. And
Well,
so,
they haven't closed schools down there yet?
Have they closed the schools yet, Liz?
they've just extended spring break. They're closed for another week, basically. They gave an extra week for spring break until they'll make a decision towards the end of the week, I'm sure, about next week. So how about at your place? Did they close them there too?
The kids are off for the next 3 weeks per our governor. So all the kids in the state of Michigan are off for the next 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they're going to go that far here, but I'm trying to stay on top of it. I haven't really seen anything. Excuse me, other than the local stuff.
Well, we did have Vanessa said she tested positive for it.
Oh no!
But no, she said some encouragement is that she's got through it. It caused her to have bronchitis real bad.
Yeah.
She said, and she gave her age and said, for her age, just she just wanted people to not be as fearful, maybe.
Yeah.
Denise, yes, daytimes are better. I try not to be on when my husband's home.
Yeah.
Is what, but yes, I would love to come on your show. I sure would.
Good morning, Exploring with DP. Good morning to you. Good morning, Exploring with DP. Good morning to you.
Thank you, Denise. I appreciate the prayers. Thank you so much. Yeah, they were saying on one of the news networks that South Korea has been using a combination of 2 or 3 different combinations of drugs, trying that on their different ones that have the virus, and it seems to be working and helping with that. But they said what they were, but I had never heard of them, and
Right.
Yeah.
you know how drug names are,
Right.
unless it's aspirin, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's helpful to know, because all I had been hearing was, probably like y'all, was like, well, if you get it, you got to stay quarantined. Well, they didn't say that they didn't say if they were trying to find something to relief to,
even to ease the symptoms. Exactly.
or to whack it out sooner or something. So, but I don't know. Like I said, that's I only heard on the one program, and it seems like the focus has been on how many cases and quarantining and all rightfully so, but to have some hope that there's something that might be working is good to know.
Good morning to Porch Speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to Porch Speed. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Good morning. Good morning. Did you send a friend request? I got a friend's request again on Facebook, and I want to make sure.
From who?
Porch Speed.
Oh.
I want to make sure that it's really you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because sometimes, I had to ask my sister, I had to call her. I said, look, do you have another Facebook? I said, I just want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But Denise, I will ask 4 Eastern time. If I could have supper ready and then 4 Eastern time, I could do that. That would be easy to do. And what's HAC? I wouldn't know, because I have so many allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Earlier last week, my throat was sore, and my ears bothered me, and I felt awful. But I took Benadryl. Yeah.
And it's it's allergy season. Things are starting to bloom, and people are starting to deal with that. So
Traci, are you okay?
Time out. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
My hip is really hurting.
So let me just do this. Good morning, Traci. Good morning to you. Good morning, Traci. I'll have to do.
Thank you. I may bow out and just watch from the chat where I can sit in a different chair, because my hip is really hurting.
I'm sorry, hon.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too, babe.
Much
Take care.
Love you.
God's blessings. Take care.
Thank you.
Have fun with the grandkids.
So good morning, Destiny.
Good morning. I'm trying to figure out the best lighting here.
Good morning, Dusty.
Good morning.
Oh. Yeah, usually in the mornings I get to listen a little bit ahead of time, but with the kids home, and my daughter was home too, she wanted to take them to the doctor herself. And
Well,
I'm glad she did, because I thought, well, and usually I go with her whenever there's both of them and everything going. But today I said, so you don't need me to go, right? And so Jean was there, so we scurried on out. And so when I got home, I said, I better call her and tell her I didn't mean to drop her on her head like that. Usually I go with her, but I called her and told her, I says, well, I just want to hang back. I said, because of what's going on. I don't know what all, kids doctor's office, there's all kinds of stuff. And some of the kids can have the flu, and I can't take the flu shot because it's cultured in egg. So, so that's a challenge. But what I try to do during this time of year, during the cold and flu season, is I particularly pay attention, extra special attention to my allergies or allergens and what I should and should not be eating, and just so I can keep my immune system at its best. And so I kind of do that other times of the year too, mostly, but sometimes you slip up, but I try not to slip up during this time of year.
Well, I thought I wasn't supposed to take the flu shot, but then I was looking over my notes from the doctor's office, and now I get, I think they call it teledoc or something, to where I can see all my lab work and all that,
Oh, okay, good.
sign in. So I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I took the flu shot and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have all that, but it doesn't affect what's going on with the other flu.
Yeah.
Destiny.
No, that's true.
I felt so bad Friday when you asked me how long I was going to be on, and I told Lizz I felt so bad because I was like,
You don't have to feel bad.
not much longer. Bam, I was off. But I forgot to take my medicine Friday, and I was hurting so bad in my lower back, and I couldn't figure out why until I went to take my nighttime, and I'm like, oh, that explains it. That explains it. I did not take none all day. But yeah.
I get it. I ain't mad. I ain't like that.
Pamela Drain would like for you to spell your name out for her. So it's already done. You did it. I see it now.
Yeah, it's Busty for Lizz.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You just, like I said, you just remind me of my daughter's friend from high school so much.
Well, the only time I add Dusty is when I'm on with you. So it's all good. But when I was little, my nickname was Dusty because my brother's name was Rusty. So we were Dusty Rusty.
Yeah, her, I still, like I said, like I told you before, I still run into her, and they're still friends and everything. And to say that you remind me of her is actually a compliment. So
I figured.
I'm sorry.
I kind of figured that.
Okay, good.
It's all good. It's all good. Even if it was bad, I'd make the name better.
Well, of course you would. Put a good spin on
Okay,
it.
Sonia, this is for you now.
Now that's not fair. You got the toilet paper shortage and all.
Oh, yeah. What is up with that? So we went to our grocery store yesterday. Hold on. Hey, guys, that's enough. Thank you.
Panic. People are panic.
We had no toilet paper, but it was because all our toilet paper was on sale. We were walking through the grocery store. People were talking about hanging out with family, cookouts. Like, there was no panic in our area.
Yeah.
Although they did close all the schools because our governor.
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
And they're having meetings.
Okay, let me do this. Good morning to Eric. Good morning to you. I am not Traci, but I'll have to do. Traci just had to leave because her hip was hurting. So she's still in here. She's in the chat. There you go. She's in the chat, but she's not in the she's not here to sing to you.
And she just left a few minutes ago. Not even 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Eric.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you,
No, that's all right.
my pixie, but
So the shelves were bare and you didn't notice.
They had sales going on in our grocery store.
Ah.
The only thing, I don't know. It was weird. Our area isn't freaking out like most areas.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure it's a serious thing, but for me personally, any type of illness is serious.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. It's your immune system
I'm
compromised.
not reacting like everybody else, and neither is Tommy. We both have autoimmune issues, and it's just something that we deal with on a constant basis. Yeah, it's part of our life. We know what to do.
good morning, Johnny Five. Welcome.
Yeah, the shelves are bare here for those, or at least they are temporarily. They could have restocked overnight for all I know, but
Darling B, I love you, and make sure you have cameras on your goats so the neighbors don't get any ideas. So, yeah.
Do what?
eBay reseller, no, I do not eat corned beef. I never cared for it. I never cared for it.
I love cabbage with potatoes.
I can't eat cabbage either. I'm allergic to that too. So.
Oh, that stinks.
What? Not being able to eat
cabbage.
I know.
Well, the only kind of cabbage I really ever enjoyed was coleslaw. Now, when I was growing up, we ate cabbage rolls. And do you know what that is? Do either of you know what that is? Cabbage rolls?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people don't know what that is. I mean, really, they don't.
I didn't know what it was until Tommy explained it to me shortly after him and I got together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I know what they are. I've made them, and they don't last. Anything with cabbage doesn't last in my house.
I bet everybody likes it.
It's gone before I have a chance to have hardly any. But now that the kids have been gone and spending time with their aunt and uncle, I made cabbage steaks, and I actually got to enjoy them.
Oh, and those look so good, because I was on FaceTime with you when you was cooking those.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, ooh.
I can't even be there when somebody's cooking cabbage. It'll put me to sleep.
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, I have made it when I FaceTime with you, Darlene. But I usually have to make 3 huge cookie sheet pans full when the kids are here. And I only had to make 1 cookie sheet pan, and it actually lasted us 3 meals. But I got to eat it.
You actually got to enjoy 3 meals out of it.
Yes.
Sonia.
I think that has an effect on a lot of people like that, Sonia.
It doesn't affect me that way. It does him, but not me.
It does cause flatulism.
I can eat it in coleslaw, but with the changes now with my stomach, it's like it has to be cooked down so much to where I used to like it any which way, raw, halfway done, all the way done, mushy, whatever. But now I have to eat it either mushy or it can't be midway. That's weird. It can either be mushy or raw, like in coleslaw.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's weird. And I always loved Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Nobody in my family liked me eating Brussels sprouts.
Yeah,
but
not being able to eat them was not a problem.
Yeah, so I would buy a big old bag and eat a whole bag of Brussels sprouts by myself. I can't even eat one or two now.
Yeah, we had to incorporate Brussels sprouts and cabbage and all that into our meals because my daughter has issues going to the bathroom. I mean, she was in the ER when she was little so many times. And Tommy's like, we need to figure out what the deal is here because they were putting her on our medication to try to get her to go,
wow.
and it was horrible.
Oh no.
It wouldn't work. So Tommy was like, let's try cabbage. It didn't take very long for her to not have to go to the ER every other day, it seemed.
Yeah.
Once a week she was going to the ER.
Spinach acts that way too.
She's not too much of a spinach eater. Joey is. My son is. But she loves her cabbage.
Denise, I am writing that down and I'm going to put it on a sticky. I'm going to put it on one of these and stick it to my computer so I will remember.
Tracy says it's Gianna's birthday today. Happy birthday, Gianna.
Oh, today's Gianna's birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
How did I not see
it? Huh?
How did I not see it when I pulled up my Facebook?
I don't know. I wasn't sitting there with you, so I can't answer that. It's probably a good thing we don't
Are you going live tomorrow too?
Yeah,
I have mine set. My St. Patrick's Day live is at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I got my reminder set. I saw it posted. Oh, I got to get on there.
It's my second annual. Our second, is that how you say it?
Second annual.
Okay. So it's
becoming an annual thing.
Yeah. So it's
a big deal.
It's my way of celebrating my brother-in-law who passed away.
Oh, yeah.
That was also his favorite time of year. He was also Irish.
Awesome.
And so, yeah.
Cool deal.
Yep.
Okay, Sonia. Denise.
Oh, Johnny Fives is on Wednesday. Happy birthday early, Johnny Five. You may not pop up in here on Wednesday.
Denise, are you talking about now this Tuesday? Because I wrote Tuesday at 4. I'm going to stick it somewhere that I won't forget it.
Here, right here. Right here.
Hush, woman.
I'm trying to keep up, and I am so far behind. What
Denise?
A guest on a panel with interview or something with another channel.
Yeah, Denise, which is Anything is Possible. She wants me to come on her live tomorrow at 4:00. That way it won't interrupt with
Eastern time
coming home.
4:00 Eastern time. You better be sure it's Eastern time.
Oh, Johnny? Yeah, so
Wednesday is his birthday. It's Johnny's birthday.
Oh, so you're okay, yeah.
He's 44, apparently.
Happy birthday early.
Yes, happy birthday, Johnny Five. Early.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, I got it.
Cool.
So I won't forget, because if I don't write it down and stick a thing maybe right here, like she said, maybe on my forehead, maybe on the bathroom door, the refrigerator door.
I've threatened over the years to make this take it like a headband and put it here with a little wire sticking out with a dangly clip.
Oh, that reminds me of a mule, how they used to hang the carrot to get them.
I didn't think about that. That would work too.
But I'm bad about writing stuff on my hands, like what I need from the store. It'll start out 3 things. Now I start writing more and more. Let me just get some paper.
Yeah, I used to do that.
So 44.
Now I make myself a note on my phone.
44.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem like that was 10.
All muscles, he
11
says.
years ago.
Yeah,
11 years.
20 for me.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was a rough
Every
time
time I
period.
go try to click on somebody's name to pull them up, it wants me to ban them. Don't like that.
I
Stop it.
know. Yeah, it's easy if you're not like hosting it, it doesn't give you as many options. It's like,
Yeah, it's hard not to
Well,
it's
I
hard
wanted
to
to make
it's
sure
hard
that I
to click it right.
good
I wanted
morning,
to make sure I was
Marie.
following anything as possible. Denise, I just wanted to double check. I know I was following her. I just wanted to double check because you know how sometimes YouTube is. And so, which I am, so I'm happy. What time would that be for me? 3?
Do what?
Yes. Because you're in Central Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Good night, Sonia. We love you, and
Night.
Much love.
no worries, no
Yes, God
worries.
bless. God bless.
And I pray that you can get there early enough that the shelves will be restocked.
Yes.
And you know, that's the prayer you have to pray for people that let me mute real quick.
See, you know, and that's the
Yes.
thing too. Like here, in Wisconsin, the governor put in effect of the schools closing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady that posted in one of the surrounding area Facebook groups
Uh-huh.
that what she was doing was she was taking 10 families who have children in school who need help with food
Mm-hmm.
because school's going to be out for so long.
Right, right.
And she's spending $100 on food for each of these families so that their kids have food during this time. And I thought that was pretty cool.
That's very thoughtful.
Pretty cool.
Well, my sister posted a thing. She said it was like, welcome to our world, like from Florida, from Panama City.
Yeah.
Because see, that happens to them when bad weather's coming or if it's hurricane season and they go and try to get stuff. You know, people panic, which down there they should. And
preparedness,
and you have to have plenty of water. You have to have plenty of stuff stocked up. And so, and you know, just think that their stores were demolished. They had stores and they had restaurants demolished and in roads that they couldn't get through to get anything. All right, Denise.
Bridges washed out.
Much love to you. But
much love.
Much love, Denise.
She's my ex-brother-in-law. My ex-brother-in-law and my nephew, you know, they had to find a way to get her stuff, you know, because it was like a war zone when the hurricane come through.
Yeah, because the bridges get wiped out, the roads get washed out, the roads are flooded for a while. I mean, it takes.
Well, she was on Bayside.
Did you guys see Denise's message? David was just in a hit and run.
Oh no!
Oh
no! No!
Said it wasn't bad, but it's still a hit and run.
Oh yeah!
Crazy.
Darn.
That is ridiculous. I don't see how people can do that and then leave not knowing. I always say when they do that, it's because either they don't have insurance or they don't have driver's license or both.
Yeah. A lot of times it's one or the other or both. It's usually more than no driver's license than it is no insurance.
So Marie said, and I thought our schools were closed, Marie, but she said they'll be going until Wednesday. If the parents don't feel comfortable, then they can keep them out and it doesn't count against them.
Yeah. Now our governor did cancel the STAR test, which is an that achievement test thing that they have to pass kind of thing. He did cancel that for this year. So my grandson was disappointed at first because they've been working so hard on it and they've been taking their pre-testing and all, and he's been doing so well. He was at first he was kind of sad. He says, "Man, it was going to be 2 hours or 4 hours on one day and 2 hours on another day. Getting ready, crunch time, and prepping up." He says, "Actually, this is pretty good. Now I can actually enjoy my science class again." So,
well,
he got over it fast.
Johnny Five, I saw a newsman say that is sad, and that people should be ashamed that the social media and the news, some of the news channels,
Yeah,
as Dr. Drew
made people panic.
yes.
More.
Well, if you know who Dr. Drew is, he went off about
he's the one I watched. What was it? Doctor Who?
And said that the news stations and social media should be ashamed of themselves and held reliable and accountable for this crap.
Yeah. And it's what's his name? Dr. What?
Dr. Drew.
Yes, that's who I watched.
Let me find it.
Yes.
I will.
Yeah.
That's what I watched. And
well, being over with our alert, system hypered up is causing some challenges and problems, stock market, everything. But at the same time, it will heighten awareness and keep people from getting it maybe. So, that might, if we hadn't taken it seriously, so to speak,
I haven't watched this video, but Dr. Drew and Dr. Oz rip media for coronavirus panic, urge common sense. This is TMZ. So I'll drop that link. And then I will find the other one too. But I like Dr. Oz and I like Dr. Drew. And they are snapping.
And they're reliable sources.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, even
there hasn't been any deaths from what I understand, there hasn't been any deaths in the United States as of yet.
But other things will say there has been, but Destiny,
7 deaths.
I don't know if he's in here, but when Vanessa was in, she said she was diagnosed with it. It caused her bronchitis, but she said she made it through. So if that gave anybody encouragement, that she had it and that she's come through it. So I'm glad that we have somebody in our community that we know that we've known for a long time and that they're not just saying it.
Right.
All right. Tracy said there have been seven deaths in the state of Washington.
Yeah. 67 across the country.
How many across the country?
67, I think. I think that's what I heard last night. Hang on. Let me flip my page here. I'm sorry, 57.
Well, we got ginger ale. We got Gatorade.
3,000 cases.
I'm going to cook stuff I can freeze, like homemade soup. I'm going to cook a big thing and then freeze it in freezer bags, chili. And you might think, well, you're not going to want that if you get sick. But if I get sick and I can't cook, I want anybody else to be able to get a bag of soup out or a bag of chili. That's easy. But they didn't have any crackers. What? I mean, crackers, soda crackers.
Because people are anticipating soup. People are anticipating the soup thing because if they get it, or the regular flu or a cold or anything, that you're going to need crackers to go with that soup.
They had plenty of soup. They didn't have any. What do you call those?
Maybe the homemade soup. I don't know.
What is it? The noodles that
ramen noodles.
Yes, they were out of those. And I'm like, good, because you know what? Those when I was sick and I
Yeah.
tried to eat some of those, I ate so many that I don't even want to
Yeah.
look at another one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people going through that. They're so high in sodium as well. Whew. But a lot of people, not everybody can cook, and they know, but they can do ramen noodles.
So Johnny said, you see what it is. The virus leads to pneumonia, but so does the regular flu.
Yeah.
And now they're saying they can't test. Is all this is just going to be a part of history of hysteria?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I just looked it up on the CDC site. There
Yeah.
has been 57 cases of people who have passed in the United States as of right now.
Right.
China's got 3,199 deaths. Italy has 1,441 deaths. Iran, and this is just as of the 15th at 10 a.m. So yesterday. Maybe I should just show this.
Yeah.
Let me just show this.
There is a site you can go to that's
Good
that shows
morning,
all the
Kiara.
countries and all the count.
Much love, Kiara.
Yeah.
Your grandmama was on earlier, Rhonda.
Let's see.
Okay, in the UK. So Johnny's in the UK. I should know that because I wrote all those down.
Come on.
I'm trying to get this to work.
Let me see if I can get this.
Well, usually at this time of the year, now we did buy extra. We bought extra. What is it for allergies? Starts with a D.
Benadryl?
Huh? What? Benadryl.
Benadryl?
Starts with the B, not a D. But Benadryl, because Benadryl is it'll help dry up that stuff, the squishy ears and all that congestion up here before it gets in my chest. Because once it gets in my chest, then that is that's what's bad.
Mm-hmm. All right. Trying to get this to work.
Oh, let me share this one real quick. That's kind of cute, but that's what Marie sent me. Well, not in any of that do I see it say, don't eat M&Ms out of your hand. That should be common sense. But, hi, wait now. Vicky. There we go. Vicky is on Facebook.
Right.
Good morning, Traci.
Good morning.
I put the link in for that site that has how many everything cases and everything per country, and it's kept up to date daily.
Oh, Vicky. Vicky
It's
said,
Let's see if it's the same one I have.
Worldometers info coronavirus.
look, Vicky said, good morning, ladies. And yes, Tucson is out of toilet paper. True story.
Well, somebody else in the state of Texas was commenting that the shelves at their local academy, sports and outdoors, was bare on the ammo section. So between the toilet paper and people defending their toilet paper, I guess somebody's prepared.
Well,
I don't know about ours here locally.
I didn't wash my hands before I ate I come right out of the store and open them M&Ms because I was having the sugar. I was jonesing for sugar, and
Yeah.
I got the regular. I didn't even look and find the big ones because Casey was freaking out wanting to get out of the store real quick.
Yeah.
But because Dollar General is smaller.
Yeah.
It's more congested in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened them and put them in my, I don't know why I didn't open them and put them in my mouth, but I don't know. And he had a dream that people were bleeding from their eyes and their mouth, and he dreamed that he slapped my hand away. So as I put him in my hand and put him in my mouth, I'm thinking, and I look over there and look, I looked at he said, I know you didn't just put that in your mouth, Mom, without washing your hands. I said, is there hand sanitizer in here? He said, no. And then when I thought about it, I thought, oh, well, okay. He said, it's done. So guess what I did with the rest of them?
Kerchunk. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, John. And because it's bad, it is bad when, because of this, I know it was it, to have a panic attack because like in my head, I went back to bed and then I'm like, okay, I need to plan out meals. And I was so much in my head, I probably stopped breathing trying to think. How do I plan meals? What do I get? How much do I get? How many days do I need to plan for? All this stuff was roaming around in my head. And
anxiety attack.
Yeah. I had a real bad one.
Yeah. It is a challenge to keep things in perspective. You know, it's like, just slow down, take a deep breath, and don't try not to get hyped up about it. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so,
operative words, try not to.
All I could think was I couldn't reach the phone. I couldn't call Kevin out in the shop. I couldn't even call out to MawMaw. And you guys know how we holler out through the rooms to.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even do that. But Casey heard me through the bedrooms between ours and through the door. Like through mine and his bedroom, he heard me.
He heard you thinking out loud?
I was my breathing.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a full blown, and my puppy, Bailey, recognized it. And she come over and started licking my face. Then she was nudging my head. Then she got between my arms and flopped as hard against me as she could.
Trying to help you break it.
Yeah, so that I had my arms around her, but when I guess Casey walked in the room to check on me, she jumps up and got between me and him. I didn't understand why he popped her. I couldn't understand, but I guess she was in full
rescue mode.
It went away, Destiny. Do it again.
Okay.
But yeah, he said she had a crazy look on her face, Mama. I said, I guess she was trying to protect me. All right.
So when I typed in the CDC website, this is one of the articles one of the things that came up.
Oh, okay.
So this is virus spreading globally. Oh, I said the word! Yay! I can't say it.
Come here.
Cases have recovered. So China, confirmed cases was 80,854 or 64. I can't tell. Recovered 66,923,000. Or 66,923.
Yeah.
Deaths were 3,199.
Yeah, that matches that other slide.
And then for the United States, there have been a total of 2,886 cases confirmed.
Right.
12 have recovered. And one of those is in Wisconsin. That was the lady that had it, the first case in Wisconsin. And she's already recovered.
Yeah. Good.
And only 57 deaths.
Right. That matches.
It breaks it down and shows you like how many people had it, how many people
that other site does too, but it doesn't show the the bar graph, which the bar graph is helpful.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going through it looks like every area in the world. I mean, it's got 10 pages.
It's a crazy dog.
That's cute. So if anybody wants the link to that, just let me know.
I was going to type, John, I read the article. Oh, Vicky said that she looked online and a 12-pack was online for $68. Really?
Oh my goodness.
Really? What in the world does Snoop Dogg have in her mouth?
She's got some little treat that we bought her at the vet's office the other day. She's happy about it.
See?
She's been enjoying them.
See,
I treat or something.
I said Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg got the munchies.
There you go. That
You
help?
know, John, the article that I read all of it, my sister posted the pandemic of 1919, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
But they found the people that they would bring out of the tents and bring outside, they fared better than those that were like in a hospital with the windows and all closed off.
Yeah.
That then they started opening all the windows day and night, keeping them open for the fresh air to come through. So I guess if I don't feel good, I will go outside in my zero gravity chair and just lean back and breathe in the fresh air. But then I'm going to get more allergies.
Well, then you're going to be upside down. You better be careful.
I know.
Can't be upside down too long. It's not good for your head.
No, not at all. I just saw, were you guys talking about John's comment to me?
All right, wait, let me.
No, the one before that.
Yes, we will pray for. Look, why'd he go to Walmart? And he's got that, but he's just had that back surgery. Yes. Oh, I did the wrong one, Denise. Okay, Denise. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you will be with Alvin right now as he's in Walmart. Lord, I pray for his strength as he's walking around. And Lord, I pray that he will come home and come home safely and be able to stay home for a few days.
Yes,
He
Lord.
needs much healing. He still needs much healing. But
Yes.
Lord, you have given him strength. But Lord, I pray that you will also touch Denise's worry. Thank you, Lord. And Lord, touch all the other people that are worrying and afraid out there as well. Thank you, Lord. In your name, amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning.
What? Okay, there. Take it. That's the way you want to be.
But there's going to be all kind of things. Good morning, Aisha. Good morning. I love that name. And I hope I pronounced it correctly. Aisha.
Aisha or Aisha. Yeah, either way. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer. Did I just overlook you? Did Traci sing to you? You know, I get all over the place.
Traci didn't sing to her because Traci's not here right now.
Okay. You can sing to her.
Okay. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning to you. Traci's not here, so I'll have to do.
I'm so sorry. And Aisha, I had a child in my daycare when I ran the daycare. So, yes, her name was Aisha. So
Thank you, Aisha.
Yes. Tell her the dog's name. It is not Snoop
Chica.
Dogg.
Chica.
Her name is Chica.
Yeah.
But when she gets all relaxed in Mama's arms, I call her Snoop Dogg.
And she's had this chew thing since what time? About 6:15 this morning. She laid it in her little bed and forgot about it. She laid in her little bed and forgot about it. She went back in there and fell asleep, apparently, after we left, because when we left, she was on the couch. So I get in here and I look up and I look over there, and there she is with it in her mouth.
Oh,
She saved it. She saved it for a mid-morning snack.
We saw it. We had two Jennifers in at the same time and didn't catch you, Jennifer. Well, I think I do remember you. Look, my head's all over the place. All over the place. Grayscale, last night I was laying in, well, yesterday, I guess.
Thanks,
I opened something and brought out some of my acrylic paper, and I think I am going tomorrow try to just do a random painting of one of my ceramic roosters or hen. I think she's a hen, but she's very colorful. She has different like yellows and red. It's not supposed to look like a regular one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, Denise, maybe he feels like he can get out and drive easier than you can. So
Yeah.
we're having to do whatever.
Maybe he's doing his part to take care of his mind.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the hunter-gatherer thing going on there.
Yep. I will do that, Grayscale. I will do that.
Did you finish it finally?
I think I'd be more not as nervous doing that tomorrow for people to see than to try to do something more serious.
Yeah. Well, we were on the topic that's on everybody's mind, I guess, and that's, we're trying to soothe each other and calm each other down and put things in perspective. It's all very important to pay attention to and do follow the instructions and limit our comings and goings, but at the same time, we don't have to get all worked up about it either.
Tim.
Easier said than done. Easier said than done.
Good morning, Tim. It was Tim and Wanda last night on Joy's show. It was.
Good morning, Tim.
And she put the link out there, and I just jumped on in because Kevin was outside. So, Tim, that's my weekend look. That's how sometimes I'll just jump in. Destiny already knows. The Shamrock Pixie. I've jumped in some of their late night lives in bed. I mean, go ahead, Destiny.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has. A bird is going on timeout.
Come as you are, party.
Yeah. Only because one time, it was Derek, his NASCAR man. He was like, she ain't gonna come in because she's in bed. So I jumped on in. I said, "What?"
He knew he'd get you in by saying that,
Yeah, I mean, and I was.
Yeah.
But the tank top or whatever. I tell people, Tim, I say it all the time here. I'm the same no matter what.
Yeah.
And I was the same even when I got hot underneath this and that helmet Friday. My head done got sweating. I was so hot.
Yeah. Yeah, you were.
Marie
Not
said,
a good idea to be overheated this time of year.
No. And I saw Marie said, wait, does anybody else notice that she's stripping? Because I was just like, oh my gosh, I just couldn't get everything off quick enough.
Yeah, it was all flying off, all that armor.
Tim's at home with his granddaughter.
Yeah.
You guys. Yeah, and earlier Traci asked, was, it bothering anybody because her little grandson was ripping and romping through the house, and no.
Oh, that's just kids being kids.
And, it sounded great to me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wish I if my little granddaughter was here and ripping and romping, and she would have been, she'd be chasing after the dog, and the dog would be running. He would be running.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
God bless you. God bless you.
But yeah, I haven't got to catch Joy lately, because most of the time, you know, I'm in the bed and it's according to how I feel. Sometimes I don't even pick up the laptop right beside me because I'm tired or my eyes have done got tired.
Ooh.
Yeah, our school so far, Tim.
Tim, what state are you in, hon?
My friend, a friend of mine, she said they're making it optional until Wednesday for her daughters in elementary, I think, or middle school.
Yeah, they closed all the ones around us except for Wednesday was supposed to be the day that they closed until the beginning of April, and then last night they posted on the scanner page in our area that they're closing them as of today. There's going to be a meeting for the school district with parents sometime today, and then
good morning, First Base. Good morning, and welcome. Welcome. Well, right across behind our house is the river, is the Chattahoochee that comes off the dam, comes through here. But if we cross that bridge, then that's Georgia, and that county, all the schools are already all those schools are already closed.
Yeah,
because a friend works in one of the schools, and that's what she said. I thought our schools were closed already. I mean, they really should be, because what do kids, if one or two ends up at school?
Yeah.
What do they think?
No.
If they show up at school, what do they think when all of the other kids are out? I wouldn't want mine.
Yeah.
And thank you, Johnny. And you know, today that was one of the things, even like Friday, to just touch base with everybody. It helps when we Tim's, he's gonna be tired by lunchtime.
Then nap time.
Oh, Pop. My husband's Papa. He is Papa. So peace out, Johnny. Thank you for coming this morning.
And again, happy early birthday.
Yes. Happy early birthday. Let's see.
Mama's in the house.
Hi, MawMaw.
MawMaw. Hey there. Love you, dear. What?
Denise, Marie said they've done canceled her appointment. Oh, wow.
Well, they're not doing surgeries around here either. Like they postponed all those surgeries. A friend of ours, well, the kid's aunt's dad actually supposed to go in for hip replacement this week, and they canceled it on him, saying that there's no surgeries going on.
Good morning, Kim. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when I get off of here, I've got to try, and the only reason I don't need to go to the doctor is just my refills. I've got to have my medicine refills. One of them they won't do without me coming in.
Right.
So
I've got one
I'm
like
gonna
that.
have to call and see. They'll probably say, "Have you had a fever? Have you had a cough? Have you had this? Have you been out the country? They'll probably go down that line when I make an appointment.
Mm.
So, and I really need to do it.
Kim Cree? Is that how you say that?
Let me
Thanks
see.
for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in while you work.
Oh, wow. So the dentists are going to be closed.
Yep.
Mm.
I didn't think about that. See, there's so many things.
Oh yeah.
But I am glad my friend in Troup County, which is, like I said, right across the river from us,
Hmm.
she did say they were loading up lunches and going to the bus stops
Oh, good.
and giving out lunches to the children.
Good deal.
So, and then Traci said they're doing that where she's at.
Hmm.
Francis, you need to call them, and because they might be canceling. I don't know. Look,
She's thinking about canceling herself.
I'll call and I'll just tell them, look, the doctor's office, are you telling me you're just gonna cold turkey me off that medicine? Is that a good idea? I don't think it is. Good
Mhm.
morning, Anamora. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Anamora.
Then I have to send an email to a friend of mine so she'll know that when she opens up for what in the world? When she does her live streaming and she puts that when she puts the link out there for people to come on, that to enact that beep. I thought it was a beep for anybody that comes in chat, but no, it's a beep to let you know that somebody's in the green room waiting in the background, waiting to join.
Oh.
You have to enact that or enable that for it to work.
Yes, it's on the settings. You can, yes, all right. So you go to settings and go down to guests. That's where you can ban certain guests. And I don't know what it means. Guests must authenticate.
I don't know.
This required if you want. Okay. But yeah.
Now, is that every time you go into a live that you're going to host?
Oh, it'll stay that way. It'll stay that way. You don't have to do it each time. So that's why I heard the beep when you had came in. Even if I'm looking at Facebook, if I'm looking at Facebook or if I'm all in the chat, you're not back there just waiting and waiting because, I heard that beep.
Mhm.
But now you can't hear it probably, but if you enable it on yours, when you host, and then they made me this morning reactivate my Facebook for some reason. All I had to do was just okay it. Oh, well, LizzAnn, I just seen where you said I'm waiting. I heard what was
waiting. You had, whenever I came in, you had stepped away for a minute. I don't know why. I don't know how long you had been gone, but I hadn't been waiting very long when you came back. I was just letting Traci know that I was down there, and I was here, but I wasn't here. So.
Oh, okay. Marie just said, and that's a good thing, and it hasn't popped up yet. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to show this. That's good. Chambers County called with the survey asking if your child needs help with food. Press 1. I was thankfully blessed enough to say no. Well, that's great that they're doing that.
Yes.
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Especially with all the schools now. Any teachers that need to get in touch with parents, it's all computerized. It's all, and most parents have phones, so they see if they're, whatever's going on.
Yep. Pretty much everybody's technically reachable, easier than they used to be.
Yeah, we used to not know if schools were closed or not, if bad weather hit. But this is the first time I think that that we've ever had schools across our country.
Yeah.
shutting down. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as in my lifetime,
Right.
I
Me
haven't
too.
seen it in my lifetime. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything like this.
The only time we've ever had schools would be like a regional thing with the storm. Oh, crap.
Or, I mean, we've had the
I
flu.
gotta take a call. Hang on.
Okay. We've had flu going around before, you know, different times that was bad enough that if kids were sick, you had to keep them. Yeah, I know, Traci. That was one of the things that Traci worried about. She was so upset about last week. And so, you know, we've all been worried about like different things, but it's helped to do this. It has helped to kind of touch base in a normal setting. You know, we're doing what we do every day, and it kind of, this is normal. This is our normal day. Destiny, you can't leave me doing all the talking because I'm starting to ramble around.
Uh-oh.
Look, you guys, I hadn't even bought my hair dye because I was like, okay, is that a necessity? If I get the flu, am I going to worry about roots?
I would. That's me personally, though. That's me. I just did mine yesterday.
You're not going to worry about them because you are diehard. You came on from the day after a major surgery, so we will always talk about that. We will always.
Yeah, only in a couple weeks will it be 1 year.
Oh, I know, and
May
I'm trying
23rd.
to. When?
May 23rd.
So, because see, I didn't have my I said my birthday. I have it written down when I call it my birthday. When I first started, it's April 9th, I think. April 3rd is one thing, but I think April 9th. I have April 3rd, April 8th, and April 9th. But either way, I'm coming up on my 1 year, and it seems so much longer. It really feels like I've been doing this longer. Traci,
Right.
Traci says, weigh the options. Hair dye, toilet paper. I even picked up some at Dollar General. Casey said, that's why you really come in here. It wasn't to check on my, to see if they had my creamer. You just want, I said, well, no, I'm not going to use this color. I'm going to stick with the color I usually get. I'm not going to do this, but yeah. Hair dye or toilet paper.
Well, I would pick hair dye because I can just jump in the shower with the toilet paper.
I
stuff.
know. Well, hello, Matt. A long time.
Hello, Matt. Right.
And morning, ladies. Great to see y'all. Remember today that Charlie Brown says, keep looking up. In Psalms 3, it reminds us during all these things going on around us, God doesn't give us a state of fear. You know, I almost used the Bible verse, fear not, for I am with you. But instead I use I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. So if we do keep him with us, you know, and fear is a natural thing. Panic is a natural thing sometimes. And when you see it just thrown at social media and you see it thrown on the TV and it's, you change channels, and if it's a news thing, it's like in your face, just constantly in your face. So yesterday when Kevin was outside, I was not feeling good, but it was not to do with the virus. It was just not sleeping good. And I just found some feel good movies. You know, I laid in bed, found some good, just feel good movies, and watched them. Now, one of them wasn't a feel good movie. I'm kind of glad I fell asleep and stopped watching it. It was about a girl with anorexia. I've seen the movie before, but it was harder to watch this time. So I just, that's a worry all its own. That's a good one too, Matt. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. That is a good one. But seeing the girl, it's showing the girl how her body looked with her ribs and all that. I've seen my daughter at that point, and I haven't seen her in months, so I don't know if she's back down to that point. You know, at 6'1" to be 120 pounds.
Wow.
I've seen her look like, even she said, I didn't have to say it, one of the Holocaust victims. And that's exactly so. You know, Kevin checked on her and she responded. And I think she was, you know, he said, "How are you?" And she said, "Not good." So, but I had already written, of all things, for him to tell me. She responded. I wrote in the book that I talked to her. I said, "Yeah, I talked to her." And Kevin said, "What do you mean you talked to her?" I said, "No, I wrote a letter." I said, "I write in my journal like I'm talking to her. And that makes me feel better."
Yeah.
So, and of all things, I wrote that, and he came in and he said, "Oh yeah, Tiffany answered. I sent her a message such and such, and she answered today." And you know, it was just, heck, I look at things like God knows what we're praying,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had her respond to her dad, but I ended it with, "Just know that Jesus you are in the arms of the Lord. He's knocking at your door.
Oh,
All
yeah.
you have to do is answer." And you know, that's how I ended. And then I always end, "I love you. I love you always." And that's how I ended it. And then, you know, for her to answer her dad's
Mm-hmm.
message after I had said that.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, Jesus is knocking at the door. He's reminding her. There's nothing I can say or anybody else that Jesus isn't speaking in her ear,
That's true.
Right.
because you don't go from a child of God to doing like the prodigal son when you're out there, and he ate what the pigs ate, and then he remembered his father's house, the servants, the food they had, and all that, and he went home.
Yeah.
So, you know, God is he he's there for the lost ones. You know, those of us that's prayed up and we pray and we're here doing what we do, we lift those up. We lift up those that are lost somewhere.
No, I don't need your help.
And lost doesn't always mean that they're not saved. Is
That's true. Just means they wandered away.
Yeah. And you know, some people say, "Well, it's backsliding, and you're not saved if you backslide." Yeah, we all fall short.
Mm-hmm.
How long do we fall short is a different thing for different people. And it's just a matter of God convicting them in their heart. I could tell Lizz all day long, "You're doing this wrong. You shouldn't be doing this." And if you're a defensive person like I am sometimes, the defense mechanism goes up. And I'm not going to respond. Or Lizz ain't going to respond to me.
That's true.
And sometimes
we harden our heart.
Yes, and it's only God sometimes that will get in our hearts
Mm-hmm.
and work on us and open our eyes to see. or look around our surroundings. So today I did put coronavirus, not to attract anybody, but just so again we can all know we can come together, we can chit chat about our worries or just update that this is what our state's doing. And like Friday, it just felt good Friday. There was a good feel, and it didn't seem like as many people felt panicked.
Right.
So that's what I wanted for today, that anybody that's worried or nervous or concerned that would be here. And if it's to the point that you need prayers for it, that we're here. That good, Traci. See, I think it does help. I really think it does. I mean, we started earlier in the week kind of laughing off about the toilet paper thing, and then it kind of got kind of scary.
Yeah, well, as the week progressed, things started becoming more and more, we got more and more information, and action was being taken on a national level and then on a local level. And so at first it was somewhere else. Now it's here, it became here. It became affecting us. And
yeah. And when you hear the president, and then you hear of the National Guards, and you hear of, what do they call it when it says
martial law?
Yeah, or oh my goodness, during storms you're not supposed to get out on the roads.
Of curfews and
all that kind of stuff going
yeah.
on. And that makes people state of emergency. Yes.
Yes, that's it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I have people think for me out there. Finish. But
I tried to say something about that, and I thought,
yeah,
no,
state of emergency, a national emergency. And when I heard that through the walls from Casey, what he was listening to, I would knocked on his door and went in there, and I said, "Did I just hear the president making an announcement?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Are they really? They may do drive-by swabbings." People
drive-throughs for like Walgreens and Walmart, maybe doing that on their parking lot.
Yeah,
where you can do that
in your car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I call it drive-by swabbing. That's what I call it, drive-by swabbing. Yeah. So yeah. Hey, they've done that before, to swab people, like if there's been murders or something, or there's times that they can enact like DNA swabbings.
Mm-hmm.
Or either that was just on Dexter.
That could have been on Dexter.
See, me and LizzAnn was talking about different shows that
I don't watch Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter,
I have seen it before. I saw one episode. That's all I needed to see, and I didn't even need to see that. If I'd have known where it was going, I wouldn't have gone there.
Oh,
because I don't like those kinds of shows.
The language.
I don't like psycho shows. I don't like psycho shows.
Oh, hey, he was good. He did good.
He could get inside their head. I know.
He was a hero. But yes,
in a gross way.
Yes, you guys, you see another side of me.
Oh, morbid. Ooh.
You see another side of me. I like shows like Dexter, but I don't like Breaking Bad. I told Kevin I'm not watching Breaking Bad again.
I like the Hallmark Channel. Okay.
I like the Hallmark Channel.
I don't put my head in the sand, but I do like the Hallmark Channel. I used to like to watch CSI whenever, but
Kevin and I are watching Better Call Saul. We're watching that one, but I told him no more. I will not watch Breaking Bad. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's.
I've never watched.
I got
I
bored
said-
of that one.
Well, and the things that's going on in my life right now, I'm like, I can't watch anything glorifying drug makers, kingpins. I just, I can't watch that. I don't want to watch it. It is not funny. It's not to be laughed at. He was a bad person, and the family, it was just, the more I watched it, I just would shake my head, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. Let's draw the line.
Just like Kevin likes to fall asleep watching what is it? Gosh, everybody talks about, what is it, Destiny? The movie, it ain't
Dead?
48 Hours.
Walking Dead?
Huh?
The Walking Dead?
Oh, we watched that too. The Forensic Files.
Oh, I don't watch
There's
that.
something about Forensic Files that Kevin was. See, Traci put it down there. Forensic Files.
Boy, she's quick on that.
Because they watch it too that way.
Oh,
And then I'm like, he talks. He has this one way of talking, and it's like this. But then when something bad happens, he gets up like this, and then this happened. I'm like, how can you sleep like that? But he can.
That stuff like messes with my dreams.
Yeah, me too.
And it doesn't
A lot
mind.
of those action, scary thriller type movies, and he'll turn them on, and I'm like, I'm like, I can't watch that while I'm sleeping.
I have too much of an imagination that gets me going whenever it's not on, and I just go places I don't want to go.
Well, I will set my TV.
I can't shuck it off, I guess.
I'll set the TV and have it to go off in 90 minutes, and then I fall asleep to it. I have more nightmares about family members than I do about stuff like that. I've never been one to have nightmares about vampires or werewolves, or none of that's ever been. Those are usually cool dreams to me. But no, the realistic things about family members is more of a nightmare to me.
Yeah, well,
So-
that's understandable.
Yeah.
That would disturb my sleep as well, but
But the only thing that scares me is this. It makes you, if you watch, and look, that was on many, many years, and I think it's still on. We watch it from beginning to end. And then again.
that?
Forensic Files.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh my goodness, how do you trust people?
yeah, see, that's the thing.
Yeah. But even with, all right, we're talking about how social media, we're panicked. Think about the panicked people where, like the Green River Killer, places like that. It didn't touch us in Alabama, but think about how places like that were tormented or scared.
Yeah.
Afraid of what up in the night. So
Yeah.
different places have had their being scared. And
Oh yeah, there was a serial killer here in our region. He
where do you,
buried a bunch of people along the beach. And it was in the 70s, and it was the scariest thing. When they started finding all these bodies.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just ugh. I don't remember how many people. I want to say 21 people, or at least. Yeah, they did catch the person that was doing it, but it was just it was pretty scary.
As a kid, I was always, and even as an adult, me and Kevin, when we would go camping, him and the kids, or just me and him, and we'd just find a dirt road and just kind of go off on that road and pitch a tent. I would be kind of scary.
You're on somebody's property,
Yeah, because I watched those
Or
movies.
someone who considers it their property.
Yeah, from the real ones that things have happened, and I would feel kind of EBGB. Not about any animals out there.
Well,
Which
you're already hearing sounds that you don't normally hear.
now
And so you're hearing everything. I mean, absolutely everything.
we ended up going to a campground that was shut down,
Oh,
kind of. But a friend of ours, their kin people were kind of living there to watch over the place.
oh, okay. So they were, what do you call it?
Custodians of it. Yeah.
Caretakers.
So we camped out there, and while we were and they, of course, they were hunting deer. Wasn't supposed to be hunting deer on that place, but the guys were out there on top of the shower houses watching for the deer. So there we were at the campsite. We heard something that sounded like bears, and of course, you know, our husbands would like, "Ain't no bears around here." When we woke up the next morning, somebody else had that same idea of pulling in there and camping, and guess what they had in their cage? Like
a bear?
They had a few bears.
Oh my goodness.
And I guess they were headed to a zoo or something.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we really heard bear, and they act like
I'll be right back.
They act like we were over cautious.
Don't you love that?
Oh, those are beautiful. I'll read these, you guys. Marie just sent me. Trust God and believe in good things to come. In all things, I put my trust in God. There is a perfect peace that comes when we place our trust in God. There is peace in knowing that we are secure in Him, and that no matter what threatens us, we can run to Him and find shelter and safety. And then God has a reason for allowing things to happen. We may never understand His wisdom, but we simply have to trust His will. And then the don't panic. Yes. And I guess today is the
that was so not a good picture.
Oh, I know we don't think sometimes. Oh my gosh, I'm froze. Let me see if it's all right. Let me see. Look at me. Look how I froze. And then look at LizzAnn. She's like telling somebody no.
She's saying, hold on.
Yeah. And now I'm froze. And you're better. I'd rather be froze like this than like. MawMaw's laughing because I know she snagged that picture of me. She snagged that, and it's going to be in one of her videos.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. Hush, Mama. I think she's been snagging pictures of me all morning because she keeps me back there laughing. When Mama laughs, when I'm on a live, and there's nobody saying nothing, I'm like, uh-oh. But that's okay. Mama, I'm going to go back there when we get off. Yeah, she's still back there laughing.
Yeah, because probably because you found her out.
No, look, Lizz. Let me see if it's still stuck. Look, Lizz. That's how we're froze on Facebook. That's how we're froze.
Gotcha.
And I'd rather be froze like Destiny. Just like.
And I'm like,
froze no more. I don't think.
1 minute.
Let me see if it'll I don't know if it's froze for anybody else. Oh, it froze because I did
but it's not froze anymore.
I think it did that when I posted that thing of Marie's. Oh my goodness. But I have enjoyed it today. It just feels like that we're all kind of hanging out. Now your guys are in the crazy room instead of the kitchen. So we're just kind of hanging out. Let me see if I changed my, yes, I did. I changed my, what's in my art thing. And that, of course,
look at
is
there.
that's the one that, again,
Like
Louise
that.
sent
Pretty.
me. So I changed it up, and then I put her, whoop. Okay. All right. And then I put the little yellow ones out.
Oh, clever.
So
Like
yeah,
that.
I put these
They're
out
pretty
too.
sweet.
And I know probably nobody else could see them from where I was. Oh yeah,
You can't see those,
there
but
they
and you
are.
block the other one too.
And
Whatever is normal.
yeah, so
But we get to see a little bit of it anyway.
oh, I gotta try to figure out today how we will can sit at the table and do our art and be seen. Got to figure that out. How can I do
Do you
it?
still have 3 workstations in there?
Do what?
Do you still have 3 workstations right there in your craft room?
3 what?
3 workstations. You used to have 3 areas in your craft room, I thought you said, where each of you could
Yeah,
be
where you can
and
each
work.
sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have enough room to sit here. I'm going to clean that off.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure if, what do I do? Put the laptop and then upload the laptop, or move the camera over that way? I don't know how far the camera will reach.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. I do. I understand.
So it might have to be the laptop and do the laptop.
Sounds like you're
It's
going to
got
have
the
to do a
camera.
test or something.
Yeah, so it's got the camera on it. Yeah. We'll figure out something. We'll just have to kind of figure it out today.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Aw, Denise. That's what we talk about too.
Yeah. That's
Denise,
true. Yeah.
Denise looks forward to Mondays.
Yeah. Awesome. I do too.
But we all keep in touch. At least I feel like we do, because I know if anybody needs anything, all we have to do is shoot each other a message through Facebook, and we've got some real good prayer warriors out there.
Yeah.
I messed up and didn't see one until heck, I think last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Darlene's husband, I believe it was sick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he was well by the time I saw it. So.
Well, we respond when we can.
But it's still
because
good.
they're well doesn't mean they don't need our prayers.
It's still good that we have that opportunity, especially to call each other. If something comes up, we can FaceTime.
Yeah.
And well, you guys, I'm going to call it adieu, as Casey says, because I need to check on my sick husband. He's got the door shut.
Oh, I'm sorry your husband's sick. I didn't know.
Yeah, he thinks it's poisoning from last night.
Food poisoning?
From crystals, yeah.
Oh.
And he was sent, and because he was at work, he was sent home. Because if anybody gets sick, there's not going to be any of this working through anything they think could be that. Yeah.
Well, I think anything that you have is going to keep you home.
And I need to make that phone call to see if I can get in, because today's the 16th, and my stuff's got to be filled this week.
Yeah.
And
if
they tell me there's some medications
they might be able to give you they might be able to give you like a week's worth, to where maybe next week they'd be open or something,
I don't know, not on some scheduled drugs. If there's a scheduled thing,
Yeah.
like antidepressant, there's some that no, you have
Yeah.
to actually come in.
Yeah, I'm just saying that sometimes they'll give you enough to make you last, have enough so you can come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
all.
all right, Marie, that makes sense. So he knew the X-ray was going to come normal, but they got to do an MRI. Yes, the insurance will make you jump through hoops before they'll do an MRI,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy because all they're doing is making more. They're making you. It's
Spend more
costing
money.
them more.
Yeah.
Because you're getting an X-ray, doctor visit they have to pay for it, then an MRI.
But if the X-ray shows it enough to where you don't need whatever it is, maybe I don't know what she's got. Maybe you don't need an MRI to prove it, to show it. So I mean, sometimes it's saving money.
Yeah, because
Because an X-ray will show some things.
now it's like if it shows a bone spur could show up
Mm-hmm.
on a regular X-ray, but soft tissue.
Right. Right.
All right, I love you guys. Will you say the goodbyes, LizzAnn? I always have her do this.
Okay. God bless you, your family, and your world until we see each other again. Go ahead, Destiny.
Much
Yours.
love, everybody.
Love you guys.
Bye. See you next time. God bless.